Hello students, welcome to Python programming for school students. So this is the chapter 2 of our tutorial. Previous tutorial we learned about the brief introduction of Python, then how to install Python and how do we work in Python. Okay, today we will be learning Python character set, statements in Python, tokens, data types and variables. So below are the character sets used in Python. Like we can use the digits from 0 to 9, letters in upper or lower case, special symbols like asterisk and cap, parenthesis, percentile, and white spaces like spacebar, tab key, enter key. We use three type of statements in Python. One, we have simple statement where we just need to assign a value to a variable. We have multi-line statements. Let's see multi-line statements. Okay. So here you can see we have performed the calculations or the addition in multi-line. The multi-line statements can be used by using this continuation character or slash. We use these multi-line statements when long calculations cannot fit in one line. So we need to use multi-line statements. Okay. Then we have multiple statements. Let's see. Okay. So what we have done, we declared a variable c, t, and their addition we performed in the same line. It is also possible in Python. And multiple statements, it is separated from one to another just by putting a semicolon in between them. Then we have tokens. In Python, a token represents the smallest meaningful unit in a program, essential for the interpreter to understand and execute code. Okay, we have different type of tokens in Python like keywords, identifiers, literals, punctuators. We'll see them all one by one. Let's come first to keywords. Keywords have special meaning and are reserved by Python, and these are not allowed to be used as identifiers. Let's see different type of keywords. We have value keywords, true, false, known. We have operator keywords, and, or, not, in, is. We have control flow keywords, if, elif, else, for, while, break, continue. We have structure keywords, def, class, with, edge, pass, lambda. We have returning keywords, return, yield. We have import keywords, import, from. We have exception handling keywords, try, accept, raise, finally, assert. We have asynchronous programming keywords, async, await, and we have variables handling keywords like del, global, and non-local. Okay. Then come to our next token, that is identifiers. Identifiers are the user-defined names and variables. It can be variables, lists, and classes. Basically, these are names that we define and they identify an element. Okay. So the rules for naming identifiers in Python are: identifiers can contain our uppercase or lowercase letters from A to Z, the digits from 0 to 9, and underscore. Identifiers must begin with the letter or an underscore, but not with the digit. Identifiers are case sensitive. Here you can see my variable and my variable. In both the identifiers, spelling is same, but the declaring style is different. So these are considered as two different type of identifiers. And reserved words in Python cannot be used as identifiers. Whatever we discussed, previous keywords cannot be used as identifiers. And special characters are not allowed in identifiers. These are the special characters. Only underscore we can use in identifier. There is no limit to the length of an identifier, but it is recommended that we need to keep them reasonably concise and meaningful. Class names should typically start with an uppercase letter. Okay. And other identifiers such as variables, functions should start with a lowercase letter. Then we have literals. Literals are defined as any data stored in a variable. So we have string, numeric, boolean, and special literals. True and false, these are boolean literals. Only known is a special literals, which means something not yet created. Then we have punctuators. These are special symbol used in Python to organize statements and expressions. Single quote, double quote, hash. These are the example of punctuators. One more thing, when you come to numeric literals, we have integer, then float, and like 2 plus 3i. So I is an imaginary number. It can also considered as an numeric literals. Okay. Then come to indentation. Indentation in Python is the white space at the beginning of a code line. It is crucial for defining code blocks. Unlike many other programming languages, there we use the curly braces to denote block of code, but in Python, indentation is used. Okay. Then let's come to data types. We mainly use four type of data types like numbers, sequences, sets, and maps. We'll see one by one. Data types specify the kind of a value a variable can store. It means whenever we are declaring a variable, what is the kind of value it will store and what is its data type, these are defined. So we have number data type, like Python will automatically convert a number from one type to another if needed. What is typecasting and or type conversion we'll see later. So what happens, we'll check that later. Under numbers we have integers. These are the whole numbers like 10, 1, 2, 3, whatever whole numbers we are declaring, these are of integers. Then we have float. These are real numbers with floating point representations. For example, 15.5, 14.2, these are all float numbers. Then we have complex number. The complex number, it is made of a real number and an imaginary number. Here you can see 3 plus 2i. Let's come to the another data type, that is sequence. It is a collection of data stored under a command line. Sequence data type can be of string, list, tuples. Okay. So string is basically, we can declare it in a single quote or in double quote. Single quote, double quote, we have already used before. Let's see triple quote, where we need the multiple strings. So here we have created a multi-string. Then come to list. Lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. It can contain duplicate elements. Lists are mutable data types. It means we can, once it is declared, we can change the value in list later. We'll see that in an example. Let's take this list. Let's set another Amit. So you can see we can have duplicate elements in list. Okay. So we printed the first element in the list. Because it is mutable, let's change the value of the first element. So earlier the first element inside list was Amit. Now it has been changed to Vicky. So it is mutable in nature. Then we have tuples. A tuple in Python is an immutable order collection of elements. It means once we create, their value cannot be changed. Let's see. So it is throwing an error saying that tuple object does not support item assignment. It means once we create, we cannot change its value. Then we have sets. A set is an unordered collection data type that is iterable, mutable, and has no duplicate element. We have seen in the list that it can contain duplicate element. Let's see in set whether we can create duplicate element or not. See, we have when we created the set, we had two this value two times. But when we printed that, it is not having any duplicate value. Okay. Then we have maps. Maps are kind of key value pairs. The key can be number or string, and values can be any arbitrary Python objects. Let's create a map. Okay, I created a map here. I Then I assigned the values after that. So in the map, these are key and these are value. So whenever suppose you created a map of fruits, and whatever the fruits that are of yellow colors you can define here, and what are the fruits that are of red color you can define here. So this is the main use of maps. If I keep it red, yeah, okay. Then we have data type conversion. The process of converting a value one data type to another data type is called data type conversion or typecasting. Let's see in example. This is an integer number 12, but let me convert it into float. Okay, so 12.0. You can see it is being converted to a float number. Similarly, if I have an float number and I want to convert it into an integer number, it is converted to an integer number. Let's come to variables. Variable is a name given to a memory location to hold a specific value. The value can be changed later in the program, and variable has a name that follows the rules of identifier name conventions and is case sensitive, and a value that can be an integer, float, string, or boolean. That's In Python, a variable is created only when a value is assigned to them. Okay, we have three methods of assigning values to a variable or creating variable. Let's see. So method 1, assigning different values to different variables on different lines. Then method 2, assigning different values to different variables on same line. Okay, let's see this. So I have created three variables in the same line. If I want to print any one of them, suppose I want to print this E. Okay, it is printed. Then method 3, assigning same values to different variables on same line. If I print the value of j, okay, let's see the variable naming conventions. Variable's name can only contain letters. It can be small a to z or uppercase a to z. Digits from 0 to 9 and underscore. They must begin with a letter or an underscore but not a digit. Variables name are case sensitive. Like here you can say my var and my. These are all spellings are similar, but these are three different type of variables because of the case sensitivity. Okay. Reserved keywords cannot be used as variable names. Variables names cannot contain any special character or symbol. So that's it for today tutorial, friends. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comments. I'll try to explain that in comments or reply that in video. So the next chapter we'll see operators. Till then, please subscribe to my channel so that whatever new chapter I post on YouTube, you will get the notification and you will be learning. Okay, that's for now. Bye.